There's a smoke show. And I know this is Earnhardt country, but today it might just be Elliott country.
That boy knew how to do the do today, I'm telling you. He led a lot of laps on the race.
Well, we're a little over 100 miles west of Atlanta. So this is both Earnhardt and Elliott country. His dad was a fan favorite and a winner here, and now so is Chase Elliott.
That was Chase Elliott celebrating his win. Locked into the playoffs. And it's only May, or in that case it was April, but he's locked into the playoffs. And today, as you could read from the title of this video, but we're going to be, well, the title would be down there if you're watching it, or up there. It doesn't matter. That's not the point of this. But we're going to be comparing some of his stats from prior years. He has been full-time racing since 2016, so this is now his 4th season. We're not going to count 2015. He only raced in 5 races that year, so it's kind of hard to compare 5 races to 36 or whatever. Plus, it was part-time, whatever. But 2016 was his first full year, raced all 36. We're going to compare it to the first 12 races. So, in his first 12 races this year, he currently has a win. That's the quickest he's ever gotten a win in his career. He only has 2 years where he's won. Last year, he won 3 races. His first race win was in August in Watkins Glen. So, yeah, this year he won it in April, so that's a little quicker. Stage wins, he has 2 so far this year. That's the quickest he's won multiple stage wins. Last year he didn't win one till July. And 2017 he won one in Phoenix in the beginning of the year, I believe, and he didn't win another one till August or September. So a little bit of a gap, and obviously stage racing's only been around for 3 years, so it's kind of hard to compare that, but that's just a random thing. Top 5s, he currently has 4 top 5s, 5 top 10s. The most top 5s he's had in his career is 12 back in 2017. Most top 10s, it's actually a tie between last year and 2017 where he had 21 top 10s. Laps led, this is where it is exceeding. This year he has more laps led than he had through the first 12 races than he had all of last year, and he is 1 short than what he had in 2016. In 2016 he had 358 laps led. This year he has 357. Last year he only had 325. And it's only been 12 races, so he's leading a lot more laps. The most laps he's ever led in his career was 2017 when he led 560. I expect him to break that by the end of the summer at least. But yeah, next we're going to talk about points, his point standings, and a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, that's just some quick stuff, and now we'll go into some more detailed statistics, analytics, and I'll just tell you about it, analyze it, just throw out some numbers at you. And I will do this for any driver. I'm coming up with ideas for the summer and stuff. So this one, the country roads, all that stuff, I can do that for any driver. Just tell me in the comments which driver you would like me to do it for, and I will do that. It's just the first one I'm going to do it for is my favorite driver or a driver I can think of at the top of my head that I feel like it would be good for. So, yeah, this is me doing it for Chase Elliott. And if you would like me to do it for another driver, please say so in the comments, and I would love to do that. All right, so this is all through 12 races in 2016, 2017, 2018, and this current year in 2019. So let's start off with 2016. 2016, Chase Elliott had 4 top 5s, 8 top 10s, 0 wins, only 32 laps led, and 2 poles. So the top 10s, that's the most he's had through 12 races in his career. 4 top 5s, that's tied for most with this year. Wins, tied for every year except for this year. Laps led, second least amount of laps led through 12 races, and then 2 poles is tied for most. So 2016, he had a solid year through the first 12 races, but he was only 7th in points. So 7th in points, not that good. Let me check the DNFs. I think he just had 1. It's showing 1 crash at Las Vegas. Yeah. And then we got to go to 2017 for that. Anyways, 2017 was a better year. He got to as high as 2nd in points that year, but he was 7th by the 12th race in points. 3 top 5s, 6 top 10s, 0 wins. More laps led, 169 laps led. Nice. And then 1 pole, which was the Daytona 500. So 2017 was a solid year for him overall in points. He was as high as 2nd, as I said. He was in the top 10 in points most of the year, but by this point he was 7th in points. Still didn't have a win. Had a pole, had led more laps than 2016, but less top 10s and less top 5s. 2018, he had 3 top 5s, 5 top 10s, 0 wins, only 8 laps led, 0 poles, and was sitting at 15th in points. So 2018 was a rough year. 2 DNFs in 2017, by the way, 2 crashes at Talladega and Charlotte. And then 2018, through 12 races, he had 2 DNFs at Daytona and Las Vegas. So rough there. But 2019 is much better, numbers-wise. He has tied the most amount of poles, as I said earlier. Same with top 5s, top 10s, he's got less. Best he's been in points through 12 races, best in his career. He's sitting at 4th in points right now. He's got a win, which is the earliest in his career. He's gotten a win in April, locked into the playoffs, can go for more playoff points, stage wins, be more aggressive with calls and stuff. And then the most laps he's ever led, not just in 12 races, but in his career, obviously beating out last year in total laps led. And then he's just 2 away from beating 2016, and then he's about 3/5 of the way to 2017's number of laps led. So laps led is probably the most outstanding number in this group that we're looking at when it comes to looking at his numbers, comparing them to other years. That is the number that's definitely jumped out at me. The win is another one. That's a big one right there. Obviously, a win gets you into the playoffs in the system, and obviously winning it early in the year gives you a little something, gives you a big deal. And then top 5s, obviously that's a big deal to be in the top 5. He's gotten 3 the last 3 weeks, 4th at, where did we just come from? Kansas, and then 5th at Dover, and then the one at Talladega. So 3 of the last 3 races he's gotten top 5s. The other one was at Martinsville. I knew that. But yeah, in every race that he's led laps this year, he's led 30 plus. So Martinsville, he led 49. Texas, he led 35. Bristol, he led 38. Talladega, he led 45. Dover, 145, and Kansas, 45. So when he leads laps this year in 2019, it's not like a bunch of cycling through green flag pit stops, lead a couple laps, and get out. These are like legitimate laps led. He's gotten up to the lead. He's passed people. He's stayed up front. He's done that. Whereas if you look at 2018, he had led 4 laps at Daytona and 4 laps at Texas. So Daytona, things happened at Daytona. I can see that. Those could have been green flag. But I think Texas was probably, let's just say they were cycled, because I don't remember him running up front much that race. But yeah, 2017, if you look at those laps led, he had a few races where he led a lot. Like Daytona, he led 39 laps. Phoenix, he led over 100, 106. But then there was Fontana, he only led 4. And then Martinsville, he led 20, and he won a stage at that race, I believe. Maybe that was where his stage win was. Did he win one at Phoenix? Confirm in the comments. I might have a miscalculation that he might be tied for the most stage wins. But this is the most playoff points he's ever had at this point. I can say that for a fact, because he has not ever won 5 stages or something. But he has a win and 2 stage wins. And then 2016, the laps led. The most was 27 at Talladega. Everything else was not great. 3 at Daytona, 1 at Fontana, 1 at Texas. So laps led is it's something people look at. Some people like to look at that. Some people don't. I'm one of the people that does like to look at that. If I see laps led, that means you're doing something right. I don't care how you do it. Preferably, obviously, green flag laps. As I said earlier, all of the laps led he's done this year, it's been 30 plus. The least amount being 35, I think. I don't even remember what I said. Got to go back to this. At Texas, he led 35. Yeah, 35 was the least amount. So that's a big deal, obviously, to lead laps and show that you're capable of a winning car, top 5 car. So they've definitely been statistically running better this year than they have in the past, whether it be in points, laps led, stage wins. But I think the points, the laps led, and the wins stand out the most. The top 5s and top 10s are kind of hard to compare because of how they happen. Like these top 5s that he's had the past 3 weeks, they're just from having the best car, one of the best cars in the race. Talladega, he was up front at the right time, was able to win. Dover, he was able to get a top 5 even though he had one of the best cars. Same thing for Kansas. But, for example, like 2018, I remember one of those top 5s, it was at Richmond. I think he got it off pit strategy. He was able to take 2 tires or no tires or stay out or something and get second. And then Talladega, he was able to survive that in 2018. But yeah, obviously different ways to get top 5s and top 10s with strategy and stuff. But leading laps and winning is something else that is harder to do. So I would say this year is probably his best start to a year in his career. Numbers-wise, I just gave you the numbers. If you want them in handwritten form, here you go. I don't know if you can read these, but yeah, there it is. Website I use for this is actually really good. It's called Racing Reference Info. I'll put it in the description. They can do every driver. You just search a driver. You can look at all their career statistics. You can look at individual year statistics. It's very interesting. I'm very into this stuff. I like to look at all these numbers and stuff. But if you like that stuff, go onto the website. Go look at it. It's really awesome. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. Updates weekly, updates daily, really. Because let's say Chase Elliott wins the pole on Friday. They'll have that number up by Saturday morning. Or if Chase Elliott wins the race Sunday afternoon, they'll have it up by the end of the day or Monday morning. So it's very quick, very informative, gives you very accurate numbers, which is very nice to see. So you should go check that out. But yeah, that's all I got for today. If you would like to see this for your driver or just some random driver, please say so in the comments, and I will do that comparison as quick as possible. But yeah, I would love to do that for you guys. Chase Elliott, obviously he doesn't have a lot of years under his belt, but if I did someone like Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., someone that has a lot of years under their belt, that would be a lot of numbers, a lot of stuff. That would be fun. It'd be a long video, but it'd be a fun one. So yeah, tell me if you want me to do that, if you like this kind of video. If not, then you won't say anything in the comments. But I hope you do, because this was a really fun video to make, looking at these numbers. So with that being said, if you like the video, give it a nice like. That helped me out a ton. Subscribers, we're at 218. That's pretty good for me personally. Yeah, we are 21% away, or 21% to 1,000. 1,000's a big number, I know, but it'd be nice to get there. So yeehaw! If you want to subscribe to the channel for stuff like this, if you want more cool ideas, subscribe so I can keep doing this. That'd be awesome. Click on my face. But yeah, I like doing this stuff. I like this YouTube thing, so I want to keep doing this. Yeehaw.